laws guiding us, laws, freedom of speech, freedom to life, all those kind of laws are being they are being affected as a result of they are being affected because of discrimination. Okay, so not having access to equal opportunity, being treated with less courtesy, being treated as less intelligent or less trustworthy can cause discrimination. And I think before the other time I was talking, and I mentioned the fact that every day we are being exposed to discrimination, either we know it or we don't know it. I think I talked about that every day we are being exposed to discrimination. There are times where you know it, there are times when you don't know it. You do it to people. For example, when you snub people, there are sometimes where people will say something and you do as if you don't hear it. Things like that can actually affect people's state of wellness at that time. That thing can make someone sad. It can make people, someone be like, she snubbed me. Things like that actually affects people mental health. Of course, we do it a lot sometimes. We don't really pay attention to it because we don't really know the effect it has on people. That's why people sometimes do it. You snub people, you do as if you didn't hear what someone is saying, you do as if you don't see someone. That kind of attitude actually affects people's mental health. So if you've been doing that before, maybe you snub people, or you see people say something to you, you do as if you don't hear, or you snub people, you don't pick people. There are some things we do too that we snub people that can actually affect people's mental health. So I will advise us to change. There's no point snubbing people. Actually, snubbing people is not good. Even me personally, I don't like people snubbing me. Like, if you snub me, I'm just like kilo shele, that kind of thing. So please and please, there are some things we do that. And also slight and misguided comments. There are some comments we make about people too that can affect people's mental health. For example, you talked about how that somebody is not fine. Sometimes we be like, that girl, she's not fine, she's ugly. Things like that. There are some statements we make that actually affects people's emotional and mental health. So it's very good for us, in case you've been practicing that, in case you've been doing that, please, this is the time for you to correct that. Always don't just talk, always weigh the effect of your response, of what you have to say on people. Don't just drop things. Don't just drop words for people. Don't just make any kind of comment about people. You are too fat, you are too tall. You affect people, you body shame people. That actually affects people's mental health. So I will advise us to actually watch those kind of attitudes too, because we doing that, you might not know it, because to you are just joking, but jokes sometimes it might not be joke to people. So please and please, I will advise us to pay attention to that. That is very important. Okay, that's by aside. Now, quickly, because I'll be out of the show very soon, because I want this topic to be well discussed, and of course not too long, so that people can benefit and enjoy the show. Now, I would like to discuss healthy ways we can use to deal with discrimination, because the truth is that discrimination can affect our physical and mental health, and it is very, very important to know how to cope with it, so that our physical and mental emotional health is well maintained. Okay, we'll take a short break now, and I will be right back. And once I'm back, I'll be back discussing the healthy ways to deal with discrimination. Of course, I'm still expecting response on the comment box. I've not seen any response so far. Please and please don't do this to us. Let us have your response on the comment box. Even if you've never experienced this before, just say something on the comment box. Say something. Okay, be right back, please.
Are you just joining us on the program? You are welcome. And you're presently live on C Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the remaining parts of today's program.
Okay, welcome back once again to the Ed segment of C Talk Show. I am Sanusi Rebecca Titilayo. If you're live with me on the show, I would really love you to signify by dropping your response on the comment box. This is very, very important. Okay, so strictly, I would like to go to how to deal with discrimination, because it's important to our physical and mental health, and that is why it's very important that we discuss how to deal with it. In a case whereby we find ourselves being discriminated, it's very important that we we discuss it. Now, number one, you need to focus on your strengths. You have core values. Your beliefs can actually neutralize the effects of all these biases that comes around. Now, there was something that came up in my mind when I was preparing for this podcast episode. There's this stigmatization and discrimination that people with health challenge actually experience. For example, people with disabilities, they experience some kind of reaction from people. You see somebody and there's a way you look at the person sometimes that it's so bad. People with health challenge, people with HIV now, there's this stigmatization that they experience discrimination. People who make mistakes, for example, a lady who makes mistake of maybe getting pregnant or unwanted pregnant around the vicinity, there's this eyes that everybody's just choosing to look at that person. There's a way people are just talking about such, the way you talk about such, the way you speak bad about the person's attitude, you've actually affected this person's emotional and physical health. So that's why most times people advise that if you don't have any sensible things to say, in fact people say it a lot, that if you don't have any sensible things, any encouraging words to say to people, it's better you keep quiet, because a lot of what we say sometimes affects people's mental health. So please and please, in case you find people in this kind of situation, maybe someone will make mistake and in the process got pregnant, that's not the time to start speaking bad about the person. If you cannot help out, actually you can actually keep calm and just mind your business, because our words sometimes affect these people's physical and mental health. So we need to help these people to believe in themselves again, to believe that of course they've made mistakes but they can actually move on. Their mistakes should not hold them down. You get it? So please and please, it's very important. Now, back to what I was saying, we need to focus on our strength, we need to focus on our values, we need to focus on our belief system, we need to neutralize negative effects and beliefs that people experience. Now, you need to make people more resilient and better. So I will advise us to focus on our strengths, core values, beliefs and all. In doing that, we actually neutralizes the effect of discrimination, because the truth is we all are being discriminated at one point or the other. People look bad at you because of your attitude sometimes. They be like, why is this person behaving like this? The truth is that we don't have the same values, we don't have the same belief system. So why discriminate people? Why look down on people because of the fact that this person does not agree with your value system? So let's change that, please. And also, one issue with discrimination is that it can internalize into us, because sometimes people will say something and people will say something sometimes and you feel discriminated, because it will affect our heart. There are some statements, there are some things people will say to you that will eat you. It will eat your heart and bam, that kind of thing. And as a result of that, it will affect your movement, your body response to it, your physical your body response to it. There's this blood, the heart rate is just, your heart is just beating very fast, that if I should respond back to this person like last song, that kind of thing. So all these discrimination actually can actually internalize into people. That is, that negative comment can actually make people feel very, very bad, feel worthless, feel not good enough. So it's very, very important that you should know that your family and friends are always there for you to help you, remind you of your worth, and make you frame those faulty belief system. So that is why it's very important that you stay close with your friends. Your friends, there are some negative vibes that some people will give you, and your friends will be like, don't mind them, Jare, I beg you, go do, that kind of thing. With that, it's actually bringing you back to your normal sense. And also, don't dwell on it. In a case whereby you felt discriminated at one point or the other, it's very important that you don't dwell on it, please. Dwelling on negative thoughts and experiences makes you more stressed out, and it can cause anxiety disorders. So please, it's very important that you don't dwell on negative vibes from people. Seek for people, let people talk about it, ask people around, and you see people encourage you, and you're back to your normal sense. The truth is that people will always be people. You always step on people's show, people will always step on your show, people always make some comment, very nasty comment that are just out of it. So, and also lastly, it's very important that you seek professional help. You need to seek professional help on how to to deal with that. Psychologists are there for you. And also discrimination generally is as a result of your attitude, abuse, health status, race, socioeconomic status, age, sex, sexual orientation, and some belief system. There are some times that you say something and somebody will be like, what's this one saying? It makes that kind of thing. So I will advise us that we don't dwell on what people say, negative vibes from people. We need to focus on our strengths and values, and we'll keep in touch with our family and friends. And in case it's very serious, you need to reach out to your psychologist to help you out.
You were live. Thank you for joining us live on today's program. Thank you for joining us live on today's program.
Okay, I really hope we've learned a lot from what was shared as regarding handling discrimination. This is very, very helpful, and I feel that we all should actually ensure that we practice that which we have learned on the show today. Okay, let me quickly say a very big thank you to everyone who is live on the show today. Thank you so much for joining me on the show, live, that is physical, live on the show presently, and live on the show listening to the podcast episode. Thank you so much for choosing this TikTok show to always be your plug in terms of podcast, health podcast. Thank you so much for believing in what we have to say always. And please, like I said earlier, please don't just download this podcast, like it, and drop a comment. And also, we love you to also share with your friends. Yes, there's actually gifts that will be coming up very soon for people who share our stuff on their social media platform. We've been taking notes of people. And of course, one day, very soon, we'll be giving out gifts to people who have supported TikTok show all this while. So everybody is being watched, everybody is being observed as you help us out in sharing our stuff out for people. Okay, so I have some announcements here. Glorious Rental Services in Abanla, Ologweru, Ibadan. They offer good quality tables, chairs, canopies that are suitable for your different events. So they offer all these glorious rental service. Yeah, they are suitable for your occasion. Now, your wedding, funeral, naming ceremony, birthday of all events. You need to contact the number +2348107980904 +2348107980904, or you contact the number +2348052010297. And also TikTok show continues this evening 7 p.m. as we discuss the topic purpose. We'll be discussing alongside recognizing your purpose. It's a podcast that you can't afford to miss, so we need you to join us live on the show. And if you're possible you're unable to join last, please at least try to join in. And in case maybe later you're unable to join, we need you to download your podcast episode and enjoy it, because it will be very, very useful for you in this year 2021 in achieving your purpose in life this new year. Okay, and you are invited to join the TikTok show Telegram channel. at t.me/T-Talk Show. That's our Telegram channel. We are inviting you to join our Telegram channel. This is very important. And also, T-Talk Show also help advertise products and services on every of our shows at affordable prices. So you need to contact my number +23481 46469279 for bookings. We please book us. Let us help you advertise on our platforms, because people download our podcast, and it's not only Nigerians that downloads it. So please you need